Om Sairam. Let us see the Sai Sthavana chapter 4 about Shirdi as a holy tirth. The banks of the Godavari river in the Ahmednagar district are very fortunate for they gave birth and refuge to many a saint, prominent amongst them being Jnaneshwar. Shirdi also falls in the Kobargaon taluk of the Ahmednagar district. After crossing the Godavari river at Kobargaon, one gets the way to Shirdi. When you go 3 kos, you come to Nimgaon, from whence Shirdi is visible. Shirdi is as famous and well known as other holy places like Gangapur, Narsimhavadi, Audumbar on the banks of river Krishna. As the devotee Damaji flourished in and blessed Mangalveda, as Samat Ramdas at Sajangarh, as Sri Narsimha Saraswati at Saraswati Wadi, so Sainath flourished at Shirdi and blessed it. Personality of Sai Baba. It is on account of Sai Baba that Shirdi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of a personage Sai Baba was. He conquered the samsar, that is the worldly existence, which is very difficult and hard to cross. Peace or mental calm was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of Vaishnava devotees, most liberal amongst liberals, the quintessence of all essences. He had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self realization, which was his sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or of the world beyond. His antarang was as clear as a mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor people were the same to him. He did not know or care for honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely and mixed with all people, saw the actings and dances of Nautch girls, and heard Gajal songs. Still, he swerved not an inch from Samadhi, that is, the mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips. While the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His abdomen was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, nor his actions could be definitely determined. And though he sat in one place, he knew all the transactions of the world. His darbar was imposing. He told daily hundreds of stories, till he swerved not an inch from his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall in the masjid or walked morning, noon, and evening towards Lendi and Chavdi. Still, he at all times abided in the self. Though a Siddha, he acted like a Sadhaka. He was a meek, humble, and egoless and pleased all. Such was Sai Baba, and as the soil of Shirdi was trodden by Sai Baba's feet, it attained extraordinary importance. As Jnaneshwar related Alandi, Eknath did to Python, and so Sai Baba raised Shirdi. Blessed are the grass leaves and stones of Shirdi, for they could easily kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and take their dust on their head. Shirdi became to us devotees Anada Pandapur, Jagannath, Dwaraka, Banaras, and Rameshwar, Badrikedar, Nasik, Triambakeshwar, Ujjain, and Mahakaleshwar or Mahabaleshwar Gokarn. Contact of Sai Baba in Shirdi was like our Veda and Tantra. It quieted our samsara and rendered self-realization easy. The darshana of Sri Sai was our yoga sadhana, and talk with him removed our sins. Shampooing his legs was a bath in Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water of his feet destroyed our desires. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting his Udi and Prasad was all purifying. He was our Sri Krishna and Sri Rama who gave us solace, and he was our Parabrahma. He was himself beyond the pair of Dvandvas, never dejected or elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence. Knowledge and bliss, Shirdi was his center, but his field of action extended far wide to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Dhaka, and Konkan. Thus, the fame of Sai Baba spread far and wide, and people from all parts came to take his darshana and be blessed. By mere darshan, minds of people, whether pure or impure, would become at once quiet. They got here the same sort of unparalleled joy that devotees get at Pandharpur by seeing Vittal Raghumai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee says in this respect. Dictum of Gauli Bua. An old devotee by name Gauli Bua, aged 95 years, was a Varkari of Pandari. He stayed 8 months at Pandharpur and 4 months, that is Ashadha to Kartika, on the banks of the river Ganges. He had an ass with him for carrying his luggage and a disciple as his companion. Every year he made his wari or trip to Pandharpur and came to Shirdi to see Sai Baba, whom he loved most. He used to stare at Baba and say, "This is Pandarinath Vittal incarnate, the merciful Lord of the poor and helpless." This Gaulibua was an old devotee of Vithoba and had made many trips to Pandari, and he testified that Baba was really a Pandarinath. Vittal himself appeared. Sai Baba was very fond of remembering and singing God's name. He always uttered Allah Malik, and in his presence made others sing God's name continuously day and night for 7 days. This is called Nama Saptaha. Once he asked Dasganu Maharaj to do the Nama Saptaha. He replied that he would do it, provided he was assured that Vittal would appear at the end of the seventh day. Then Baba, placing his hand on his breast, assured him that certainly Vittal would appear, but that the devotee must be earnest and devout. The Dangapuri of Tagurnath, the Pandari of Vittal, the Dwaraka of Ranchod is here. One need not go far out to see Dwaraka. Will Vittal come here from some outside place? He is here. Only when the devotee is bursting with love and devotion, Vittal will manifest himself here. That is at Shirdi. After the Saptaha was over, Vittal did manifest himself in the following manner. Kaka Sahib Dikshit was as usual sitting in meditation after the bath, and he saw Vittal in a vision. When he went at noon for Baba's darshana, Baba asked him point blank, "Did Vittal Patil come? Did you see him? He is a very truant fellow. Catch him firmly. Otherwise he will escape if you be a little inattentive." This happened in the morning, and at noon there was another Vittal darshana. One hawker from outside came there for selling 25 or 30 pictures of Vithoba. This picture exactly tallied with the figure that appeared in Kaka Sahib's vision. On seeing this and remembering Baba's words, Kaka Sahib Dikshit was much surprised and delighted. He bought one picture of Vithoba and placed it in his shrine for worship. Bhagavantrao Kshisagar's story. How fond was Baba for Vittal worship was illustrated in Bhagavantrao Kshisagar's story. The father of Bhagavantrao was a devotee of Vithoba and used to make varis, that is annual trips to Pandharpur. He also had an image of Vithoba at home, which he worshipped. After his death, the son stopped everything, the vari, the worship and the shraddha ceremony, etc. When Bhagantrao came to Shirdi, Baba, on remembering his father, at once said, "His father was my friend, so I dragged him here. He never offered Naivedya, that is offering of food, and so he starved Vittal and me. So I brought him here. I shall remonstrate him now and set him to worship." Das Ganu's bath in Prayag. The Hindus think that a bath in the holy Tirth of Prayag, where the Ganga and the Yamuna meet, is very meritorious, and thousands of pilgrims go there at periodical times to have the sacred bath there. Once Dasganu thought that he should go to Prayag for a bath and came to Baba to get his permission for doing so. Baba replied to him, "It is not necessary to go so long. Our Prayag is here, believe me." Then, wonder of wonders, when Dasganu placed his head on Baba's feet, out came or flowed streams of Ganga Yamuna water from both the toes of Baba. Seeing this miracle, Dasganu was overwhelmed with feelings of love and adoration and was full of tears. Inwardly, he felt inspired, and his speech burst forth into a song in praise of Baba and his Leelas. Bo to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sairam, Jai Sairam, Jai Jai Sairam.